Project United. I think it's coming slowly, but they're cooking something. I just don't know if there will be. I mean, I'm excited for this season just to see what they're coming with, but I wonder where they will end up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you said that it's slow time coming, but really it's been very quick for what they need. That's kind of true. It's like they've kind of flailed around for like a decade, but if they're going to rebuild, it's like this turnaround. Yeah, in theory, could be
better for them.
Yeah, or than the last 10 years combined.
If you think about the compare and contrast, Robert Amorim and Arteta, the reason why I'm bringing that up is Arteta had how many years we knew what he wanted to make the team a high-end competitive team, but he never really got his way when he wanted what he wanted.
Yeah.
But Amorim just this summer he kind of got what he wants, especially that he plays a 3-4-3, and to play that you need people extremely explosive, fast, and you need guys that can drop the ball with pinpoint accuracy from the lower end to the other end of the pitch. Yeah. And it seems like he's getting it.
And there are a lot of similarities between what Arteta inherited and kind of what Emery inherited as well. Yeah. Like there were some bad signings in there, Lucas Torreira, Mario Guendouzi and guys like that. But like the idea of needing to not only bring in players but shuffle other ones out, not just because of, they want too much money or they're getting older, but no, the squad that I inherited, regardless of age, is not performing to the standard that this club expects. And Emery seems like he's turning around very quickly.
He says the good days are coming, and he also says that if you don't train well, he will take the videos and show it to you. So if you
I was gonna say that sounds like a pop song at first until you talk about I'm gonna show you your fuck ups to your face. It's like, wow, that's a death metal song.
Okay. Does it mean that there's going to be a big cultural shift? Because if you got to change United, the way I'm saying it for a long time, managerial, from the top to the bottom, you got to change a lot of things. A lot of players there are they did do what they want. There's not the urgency. So now you have to make it where you have to earn the badge. How do you do that? And that's where, even when you bring in the player, and that's where I think that's what he's trying to do right now.
Well, I can't imagine the Jesse Lingards, the Marcus Rashfords, the Paul Pogbas, even at a certain point, the Zlatan Ibrahimovic wanting to sit down and look at their own fuck-ups on tape. And it's like, you have to do that sometimes. Yeah. So, but also, Emery kind of has this younger squad. There are a lot of youth players in there. And so it's like,
that's true.
You can kind of get away with that more than the high-dollar signings, but also,
is that why he waved away the players that were there or that were on loan and supposed to come back? Or whatever,
the Antonys and stuff, the Anthony Martials, like those kinds of guys are a little bit past that. Not because they're too good, but because like at a certain age you feel like you can't learn new things.
Yeah.
And that's outside of sports as well. That's kind of life.
That's true.
One of the first things for showing one's true wisdom is accepting the fact that knowledge is accumulated through one's life and not just the early stages of it. And, people in academia need to learn that as well. So, but even though getting those people out, regardless of age, it's a mindset, because Anthony is can learn new things. Yeah. Garnacho most certainly can.
It's difficult to teach an old dog new tricks.
It is difficult, but luckily we are smarter than dogs. Luckily our brains advance more complexly than dogs. But no, regardless of his age, Alejandro Garnacho is not going to want to do that.
That's true.
He thinks that he is beyond that when he's not, because nobody is. It's not even an indictment of his talent.
That's true. So you think about the signing he's done. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
You have Kuna. You have
Mbeumo
on the right side. You have Seshko. That's it.
Which that happened quick.
Yeah,
that was quick. Like it was a rumor, and then it was it's likely not going to happen. Not going to happen. And then all of a sudden, it's like over a 3-hour period. It's like, oh shit, no, he's in the jersey.
And he also has a left back that most people don't know, because he got him from Paraguay, and he was really cheap. And this guy's lightning fast. Because if you're gonna do 3-4-3, for those of you who don't really understand his system, it's a little bit different because he doesn't compact. He more stretches it horizontally and vertically. So to really mitigate to that, you need people that are fast and more accurate. And he also is planning to get Baliba, which Baliba covers a lot of distance from the midfield and can be his pivot. Now, my thing is, where is Kobe Mino? Because I like the kid. Where is Kobe Mino going to fit in this?
He's been rumored to be like, he's not linked to anyone in particular.
Yeah.
But he's suggested that he's open to a move. The club has said that they are open to it as well. It's like it's been out there, and it's not that there wouldn't be a market for him, but it seems like one of those where he is just sort of saying, okay, well, obviously I'm not part of your plans exactly as I am at the moment. I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to work, but at the end of the day, I am open to a move somewhere, because at this point his value is still high. Would you rather spend 2 years attached to a side in which you've kind of been suggested that you're not part of the system? No, just go ahead and get out now. Even if you love the club, even if you would do well in it, maybe you are better suited elsewhere, where you are, the number 1 or number 2 midfielder.
Well, we're gonna see it then, because he also said he has a lot of plan for the kid. So I will really be interested to see how his teams work. But I think this other time it might be a little different, because he said, like you guys seen it, you will have to know you have a game per week, probably 2. But the way he talked about it, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. You have to earn your place. You have to work hard. It's not the old days. And it looks like management also wants this. So
yeah, because they've spent 15 years almost saying, like, trying to do the opposite things. Like, no, this is how you have to run those kinds of clubs.
But before we finish this segment though, does it also not mean that, because you look at Sesko, he turned down a lot of clubs because he wanted United. It also means that even though United hasn't been performing at a high level and they've been downhill since Sir Alex Ferguson left, it also means that they still have a high. People still look at them as the club to go. That's still a prime destination
because of the financial backing behind them, because of the global exposure. Like, there are certain things that you can't, like, I mean, you can still top the nation's league's jersey sales at 15th place. They can do it. So it's like you are able to negotiate a higher salary. Although I imagine that once the Maguires, the Antonys are out, they're going to stop doing that. Like, that was a small window.
Yeah.
And Erik ten Hag really was the one that kind of facilitated a lot of that. But yeah, you're not going to get that exact same $100,000, buy-in and the crazy weekly salary. Like, those are probably done for the majority of those players. Yeah. Not saying that they're going to start paying them Brentford salaries. That's not what that means. But it's no longer going to be feeling like the second PSG of England, which is what, like, United and City kind of feel like. The weekly wages are absolutely absurd.
Well, Crystal Palace won.
Beautiful.
Right. FA Community Shield.
Round of applause. 2025.
Please.
Hit us with those applause.
They played very well.
Yeah.
Mateta, my guy, and I know it's so frustrating because he plays in one of the most talented generation of France, so he cannot really get a place in the French team.
Yeah.
But he is so good when I watch him play for Crystal Palace. And did you see Ekitike? That goal was amazing.
Yeah.
Just turn back inside. So there's a lot of promising talent that I see with him. But overall, that game was a great game. They left it on the field. But that defense from Liverpool,
yeah, and it might be a bit of both. I mean, it looks like a bit of a lack of confidence from Virgil van Dijk, but more importantly, I mean, we've talked about it for 2 seasons almost now at this point. Since the injury, the knee injury from Pickford. Not saying that Pickford was at fault, although he kind of was at fault. I'm not like blaming the entire deterioration of one's career on one other individual. But yeah, since he came back from the knee injury, he looked shaky at first, and then he hit a stride, but now it looks like the natural wear and tear of the body, and also being accelerated by the knee injury. Yeah. He's lost several steps at this point.
Yeah.
But we've also talked about it as well, of he seems like he's more interested in looking cool while running. Like, and by that I don't mean like looking like a cool guy, but I mean cool and composed. He would rather lose 3 steps and not look like he's rushing to get back, because that would mean that he is perceived as being out of position. So he kind of has this kind of like light jog to him, as in, I don't have to worry that much because I'm never out of position because my name is Virgil van Dijk. And you can't do that anymore. Like, you're going to have to hustle. It doesn't look like he's hustling. Not that he's lazy again, but yeah, he kind of has that mild-mannered run to him. And it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in your mid-30s, man, you're gonna be pushing yourself to the limit to catch up with some of these forwards at mid-stride. Like that's just the way it is.
Yeah, if they fix their defense, they're doing it. I mean, they will give everybody in the league a run for their money, because I see Wirtz play very well. Frimpong too. I think at this point probably the midfield and the defense will be their problem. But if they can remedy to that, they're good to go. I think so.
Yeah,
totally.
It might just be a scenario where I forgot if we talked about it before, but like sort of like the New England Patriots of the 2000s, where of the 32 teams, we have the 31st defense, but the number one offense. So like you're going to score on us, but we're just going to outscore you. That might be what ends up happening this season for Liverpool, which is odd because it's for the last couple of seasons it's been Liverpool and Arsenal of a battle to see who has the most tidy defense. It not so much about scoring loads of goals, but not conceding any goals. They might, whether they want to or not, whether it's by design or not, you might just have to start kind of shooting out Western style, and just making it to where, you're going to concede a goal. You might be conceding 2 goals again. So like you just have to make sure that your forward prowess is unbeatable.
That's true. Well, I'm excited to see what these new guys come in and do, but I wouldn't get too stuck up on it, because at least the season is just starting. So because a lot of Liverpool fans are already calling out Flake, that Flakes for tricks and all this. But just chill and enjoy the season. Something we will see what the team and how they progress this season.
The preseason's always funny because it's like when you smash somebody in preseason, you're like, man, we look on fire. It's amazing. And then when you get smashed in preseason, you go, oh, it's just preseason. So it's like, no, it matters. It matters as much and as little when you win and lose. Because everyone was talking about how great Milan looked early on, and it's like it's preseason, and then they started looking pretty weak, and they're like, they look horrible, but it just pick a side, guys. Pick a side, but really what it is, it's accepting that none of it matters.